Hello student, I am your APD ma'am. Today we are going to discuss the ruminants and the non-ruminants. Now let's start our discussion. Now who are ruminants? Now ruminants are special type of mammals that acquire plant-based food material. That means food material are rich in cellulose and they have a specialized stomach, and many microorganisms like bacteria, protozoa, fungi are involved in the digestion process, and fermentation is an important step of this digestion, and they chew up their food material again and again before actual digestion. Now, what are the examples? Cow, buffalo, goat, etc. But who are non-ruminants? Non-ruminants are also mammals, but they have a normal stomach, and there is no microbial action in their digestion process, and they don't chew up their food material again and again before the digestion. What are the examples? Human, pig, rabbit, etc. But what is the basic difference between the digestive system of ruminants and non-ruminants? Let's see. Let's observe the diagram. At the left hand side, this is the non-ruminant digestive system, and this is the ruminant digestive system. Now see here, the basic difference in the digestive system is remain inside the structure of stomach. Let's see here. In case of monogastric digestive system or the non-ruminant digestive system, the stomach is a bag-like structure and there is no compartment. But in case of ruminant stomach, the stomach contains 4 compartments. The first one is the rumen, next one is the reticulum, third one is the omasum, and the last one is the abomasum. And this ruminant contains a huge number of microbes like protozoa, bacteria, fungi, which are involved in the fermentation of the food material. Okay, now this is the basic difference between the monogastric digestive system and the ruminant digestive system. Now let's see the process of digestion in the ruminants. Now this is the digestive system. Now the first step of the digestion is the ingestion. Here also the mouth and the teeth and the salivary glands are important, and after taking the cellulose rich food material, they chew up and then engulf, and after that this food material by the peristaltic movement goes to the stomach, and at the first compartment, that means inside the rumen, the food material is partially digested with the help of the microbial fermentation, and after that they regurgitate. They again pass the food material from the rumen to the buccal cavity for multiple times chewing, and this process is repeated for 6 to 7 times, and after that this partially digested food material passes to the reticulum and then omasum and then the abomasum. Now here the abomasum is actually the true stomach, and here with the help of the digestive enzyme, the partially digested food material is converted into the simple form, and then it is absorbed by the small intestine, and after that it passes to the large intestine, and then in the form of fishes, the unwanted and undigested food material are eliminated from the body. Now, this is the overall process of the digestion. But what about the non-ruminants herbivores? Now, let's see. This is the human digestive system and this is the digestive system of rabbit. Now, rabbit is herbivore and they take the raw plant based material. That means they intake a huge amount of cellulose. And in the structure of the digestive system, see here, the cecum, the structure cecum is well developed in case of non-ruminants herbivores. But in case of human, it is less developed because the human consume the boiled food material. Okay. Now, this cecum is very important because here many microbes are present which acts on the cellulose, and that's why this part is well developed. So, in that case, in non-ruminants herbivores, cecum play a vital role, and here also the digestive process is similar with the human being. Okay. Now, it's time to of your self-assessment. Solve these questions as early as possible and send me. Thank you.